Well, hello there. Today is another cold day, but on the calendar, it's January 27th, and this is Redeemer 411, and I'm glad you are with us today. Today, we were going to take a look at what's coming up on Sunday, which is a welcome to all those who have joined our church in the last year.
And we'll talk a little more about that on today's 411, as well as a LittleSteps update, what's going on, the good news, Pastor's going to have a prayer for us, and some announcements. This Sunday, we'll have only one service beginning at 10 a.m.
Do I have good news for you? Next Sunday, January 29th, at 10 a.m., we're going to not only worship, but welcome all our new friends, the new members from 2022. It's quite a large group, and we thank God for each and every one of them. So please join us January 29th at 10 a.m. for worship as we welcome our new members, and then join us downstairs right after worship for a luncheon in their honor. The congregation will take care of the main entree. We're just asking if you could help us out with a couple of items. If your last name begins with an A through an M, if you can help us out with a dessert, that'd be great. If your last name begins with an N through a Z, if you can help us out with a side dish, that would be awesome. See you next Sunday, 10 a.m. for our new member welcome. See you then.
Be a Disciple is the title to your sermon. What lessons do you have for us in this week's message, Pastor?
Well, I took a look at the fifth Sunday of the month, which is what it is, and the lessons really didn't seem to fit a new member welcome. And so I wanted to take a look at a different angle of a new member and one who has been a member for quite some time. And I kind of put those two thoughts together, and I shook up my computer, popped out my theme of Be a Disciple.
That's how he does it.
And that's how I do it. And what I'm going to look at is new member, not so new member. What does it mean to be a follower of Jesus? What does it mean to be a disciple of Jesus? And it basically boils down to one word: agape. The kind of love that's unconditional. And that's God's love. And that's what he asks us to show to each other, new members and members who've been around for, as I say, donkey's years, you know? And the verse I'm focusing on, Phil, is 1 John chapter 4, verse 7, which goes like this: Dear friends, let us love each other, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God.
Looking forward to that coming up Sunday.
Indeed.
The new fume hood for the kitchen has arrived. The contractor will be installing it and is in communication with the fire marshal to make sure that everything is correct prior to installation. And once they're sure that all correct parts are in hand, they'll schedule a time to install it.
Good news, but that's been on the back burner, pardon my pun, for quite some time. So it's good that's going forward.
That's right. And the new LED overhead light fixtures are slowly being installed. As the old fluorescent bulbs burn out, the new fixtures are being installed in their place. The kids have settled in for the indoor weather months, so there's not much to report, but they are having a great time with the indoor play equipment that the staff sets up for them in the fellowship hall.
And it's really neat. You have to come down when they have it. They have like a bounce house. Whoa. And they got little scooters they scoot around on. It's a fun time. I asked to go in the bounce house, and they told me I couldn't. That was too big.
Oh, well.
But they do have one.
You know what? When there's a bounce house, you got to go in it. So
you got to go in it.
Make a way in there, Pastor.
Big or not, I'll try.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Love bounce houses.
As you can see, Heather is out of the office once again. What do you got for us, Heather?
Well, as we've already mentioned, this weekend is part of our new member welcome, and a part of that is our luncheon.
Yes, indeed.
And at this luncheon, they're going to receive a goodie welcome bag. And
what you got in there?
I know, right? There's some good stuff in here. And part of what's in here, two things that I need from everybody. And what, right? One is a member survey. So I have a lot of your information, but maybe not everything. So if y'all could fill that out and give it back to me, I would appreciate that. That would be super duper awesome.
And I have an idea.
What?
Maybe we can stick a pen or a pencil in there and they could fill it out right then and there, and we can have Ab and Lee go around and collect them. But she's good at that kind of stuff.
She is good at that kind of stuff.
So maybe,
she would love to do that.
Maybe upstairs we'll throw a pen or pencil in there.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. And the other thing is this gold sheet. It's a time and talent sheet. Fill it out, and anything that you may be interested in or any talents that you have, please fill it out and let us know, and we will be checking those and getting in contact with people.
Well, for example, what might be one or two things that people might not know about that's on there?
What you might not know about. Well, we have Bible studies. We also have building maintenance and repair and trustees. Okay. There's a lot to do. Did you know that?
Yeah. What about if they want to read?
Seriously, there's a lot to do around here.
What about if they want to read and worship? Is that on there too?
That's on there too. There's technology that we can work with. We always need help with that.
What about I know you're big with arts and crafts. Anything with arts and crafts? Or just
we have quilters and knitters.
All right. So a lot of things.
What about existing members? Should they have one?
Oh, good question.
Hey, what about existing members?
Yeah.
What?
Should they have one turned in?
Yes. Please do it.
And can we have some of those maybe in the back of church for someone who might not have one?
We sure can.
Yeah. So good question.
If you miss filling this out and you are already a member, please go ahead and fill one out and hand it back to me, and we'll get you included.
I don't know if this is a good topic to bring up or not, but I'm going to go down this road anyway. Oh, I can tell by your excitement this is a good road to go down.
We are to the test printing phase of the directory. Can you believe it?
Which means what?
Which means that the amazing Billy and I are going to print it out and see how it works. Seriously, if it weren't for Billy, a lot of these things would not be happening. Print it out, and then we have several cover designs that we're working with.
I saw one. Yeah.
You saw several, actually.
I did see. I saw two.
But you told me your favorite one so
yes,
far.
I did. Yes, so
I still
far.
have a few more to make.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah. So we are that close.
We are very close.
Ooh, yes.
Very close.
Yes. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Bowling. It's a church event for everyone. March 18th, we'll be holding a church-wide fellowship event.
And that's right, Phil, just across the street. So you can park here, leave your car here, walk there, walk back. This is a chance to get the whole church together. Young kids, middle kids, older kids, kids of any age. Get them all together for some fun and some fellowship and some pizza afterwards. They not only have bumpers, they have that, I don't know what it's called, you put the ball on it. Kind of like a ramp thing.
Yep.
So Chloe can do it. Or if you're 90 or 100 years old, you can do it. Doesn't make a difference if you've been here for 1 month, 10 years, 100 years. Doesn't make a difference your age, how long you've been here. You are invited to come to this awesome event here in March.
Billy, Pastor, is this something that people need to be RSVPing to or just show up? Do you guys need to get a head count?
I don't think so, because I've looked across the street and they haven't really been busy Saturday afternoons, but I'll double check with Tammy on that. For the pizza, I don't think we need a head count because I just count the number of people there and call up and say, hey, we need 15 pizzas or 100 pizzas or whatever we need. So, but I'll check that out. It's a good question.
Yeah, and there's going to be, of course, more information to come in the next few weeks. But again, mark your calendars, save it for March 18th so that you can be part of this fun activity with the church.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Billy knows about a sign-up sheet or not, or
Heather and I were putting a Google Forms together that we could send out to everyone. The thought that Tammy had was that if we could get somewhat of a head count, then we could know about how many lanes to reserve. And then it's not an absolute. If you want to come and not sign up, that's fine too. You know, it's just give us some idea.
Yeah, I heard we're playing with the figure of $7, which is 2 games and shoes.
That's good.
And back here for pizza.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
You can't beat that. So March 18th. Come on down,
Awesome. And the women's Bible study is moving on to a new topic. Their new topic will be the fruit of the Spirit. They're going to be meeting on Mondays, and each first Monday of the month is an LWML Mites Night. All women of Redeemer are welcome to join us. Mite boxes are available at the Welcome Center if you'd like to contribute to this awesome organization.
And Billy's probably the only person that likes this white stuff coming
Yes, I
out.
do.
Well, no. Hallie too probably
That's
likes
true.
the white stuff coming
That's
out.
true.
And Rachel.
But since this white stuff, as I say, Satan's dandruff, is coming down, what's the word on tobogganing?
We have rescheduled that event.
Yeah.
It's going to be on February 5th if the weather holds out, which we're praying for.
I think it will.
I
think it'll be
cannot
good.
be there.
Well, you don't have to act disappointed.
Now, you mentioned youth group.
Yeah.
Confirmation kids?
They are still invited to this event. Haley and I will make sure that they get the information.
Okay. They might need that because the Wednesday before they're having a test. So.
Yes.
Speaking of tests,
Yes.
I took your test.
Did you? How'd you do?
I don't know, but I think I missed one.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure. But I think I missed one, and it was a true/false question.
Oh.
And I went, I don't know if that was Elijah or not. And I might have missed one or two others, but that's the one that I really didn't know. But I sat there with Nora, and I took it honestly, and I thought, whatever the end result is. And there was a few that were close to stumping me, so we'll see. I might have missed two or three.
Now, did you ask me a trivia question? Because if you did, it makes up for the wrong answer.
I didn't understand
and
what
you get
that was.
100, which you cost me pizza.
He always gets me on the trivia questions.
So here's the thing. I'll clue you guys in too. For my confirmation test, if you get 100, the kids get 100, they get pizza on me the next class. And so at least this class has gotten 100 for every test, which is awesome. Now, what I do is I ask trivia questions. Now, half the test, I ask them a question. For the other half of the test, they ask me a question. And so like this test here, I gave them the topics: men's college basketball and Broadway musicals.
Okay.
And they asked me a trivia question. If they stump me, they get 2 points.
Okay.
If they don't stump me, they don't lose points. It's just another way of getting points. So that's why if you heard someone getting 101, 102 on a test,
That's why
how they
extra
did. And
point.
speaking of pizza,
Yeah.
how's this for a transition back into what we're doing? Pizza. Italian, although pizza is not from Italy originally, but, or is it? No, spaghetti's not from Italy.
Right, spaghetti's from China.
Yeah,
Pizza's
that's right.
from
Yeah,
Italy.
pizza's from Italy. Okay, anyway, back on track.
We digress.
Back to reading the screen. Billy, what's up with Italian night?
Italian night, April 21st is the date that we've settled on, and we look forward to this great event, which is always fun for the congregation and has become one of our greatest
Fundraisers.
events for the National Youth Gathering.
Yeah.
Not
Absolutely.
to mention bring a pile of money.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's always a fun one for me. I look forward to it each year, and I think my favorite part of it's just the youth running around. Gosh, they're so good at it, though. They do a good job.
You know who really loves this night and
Who's
brings
that?
a stack of money?
You.
Liz.
Liz.
Oh, Liz.
Liz.
She's the jokes.
Liz
Tell me
loves-
jokes. Yes. Yeah.
Liz loves that night. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's
Mark
right.
the calendar.
And if I remember correctly, Pastor, you're going to be going on vacation here shortly.
Absolutely.
Going to be a couple weeks that you're going to be
Yeah.
gone. Who's going to be taking over for you while you're gone?
First off, let me back up. I haven't taken a 2-week vacation in quite some time. So this is a long time coming, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do with that since I get a little antsy like 3-4 days into my vacation usually.
Yeah.
But I did promise Donna I would not bring my laptop.
Oh, well, that's
Laptop
courteous
staying
of you.
home. I know,
Yeah.
I know. Or my tablet. The tablet's staying in the office too. So
Good.
But Alan Work has graciously taken over leading our services and preaching. Yeah. And I forget who is coming with him. He did mention in Bible study, if you remember.
Gabby.
Who's
Gabby.
coming? For the kids' time. And so he's doing Bible study too. So those 2 Sundays, February 5th and February 12th, Alan will be here. And then I'll be back, of course, for Ash Wednesday. So
Sneaking up on us quick.
since I will be out of the office and out of the area, driving to Florida, if you do have a need for a pastor or pastoral services or an emergency, please contact the office. And Heather then will send it out to either Adam, the elders, or whomever, but Heather will take care of that. So if you do have a need, just don't start calling people in general. Give Heather a call, either on the office phone here or her cell phone or whatever, but get a hold of Heather, and she would get a hold of Adam and the elders and take care of the situation.
And then after you get back, as you said, Ash Wednesday going to be right around the corner.
Yes, and February 22nd is Ash Wednesday, and I already promised the trustees that I will not burn the palms in my office.
Oh, good.
So that is a good thing. I'm giving them to the Utes, and they're going to have a bonfire, I think, at Billy's place, and they're going to burn the palms and bring them back, and we'll be good. So not
Sounds
burning
great.
them in the office. But Ash Wednesday is the beginning of the Lenten season. And our service will begin at 6 p.m. that evening. There is no dinner that night. So service begins at 6 p.m. with the imposition of ashes and Holy Communion as well. As I mentioned, that night there is no dinner. But the following Wednesday nights, Phil, we're back to those dinners at 5 p.m.
Yep.
And then worship at 6.
And we have 5 of those.
Yes, and if you're looking to help, if you can bless us, looking to help, please let Cam know. And speaking of Cam, he made mention that the church will take care of the entree. Either you purchase it and give him the receipt, or ask him and he'll take care of it. But if you're looking to help out, if you have 2, 3, 4 people or whomever, please let Cam know. He'll get you on the schedule. And again, talk to him about the entree. So that starts March 1st, not Ash Wednesday.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sinful person. I'm hoping you guys knew that. You guys are as well. It's true, I fall short of God's expectations on a daily basis. And when I add up these failures and think about the things I've done, thought, and even planned, sometimes I think, how can I ever be accepted? But that's God's grace. To us, it doesn't make much sense. Even when we think about Jesus taking on our sins for us and paying the price for them in our stead, we're tempted to ask, yeah, okay, but how can this be? How can I ever be made acceptable? If you're thinking that question or ever have, just remember the criminal on the cross next to him. Mm-hmm. Jesus saw his faith and said to him, truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Rest assured, Jesus loves you. His grace is unending. Have faith, repent, and believe in him. And rest assured that you are acceptable because of Christ. It's good news.
You know, several people have come to me over the years, 37, 8, how many ever years it is, and in counseling, outside of counseling, and in talking, and sometimes that comes up. You know, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for him or her, my spouse, or the kids aren't good enough for their parents, or I'm not good enough at my job, I'm not good enough here. And surprisingly, it comes up more often than one would think. And it does come up in our conversations too with God, saying, you know, God, am I doing enough? Yeah. Am I doing enough to earn your love? And then you remember, wait a minute, we don't earn his love.
Right.
Because there's not enough we can do. You know, if we think that way, we'll get to heaven and we'll wind up being a day late and a dollar short, you know, type of thing. Yeah. You know, you can't give a certain amount and you can't do enough. God will always say, hey, Carney, you're a day late and a dollar short. And so you have to be who you are. And I know I sometimes pray here, and I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm not going to pray. I'm going to tell a quick story. One of my favorite hymns, Just As I Am, with that one played. Charlotte Elliott thought the same way. Due to an accident, she was a quadriplegic. Her family was a big churchy family, but she stopped going to church. And as the story goes, she stopped going to church because she didn't think she was good enough, because she was a quadriplegic. And one day her pastor made a cold call. A cold call is where you don't call up and set an appointment, you just go last and knock on the door. And they had a conversation, and long story short, she said to him, I'm not good enough for God. Look at me. And he said, why don't you come to God just as you are? And those words hit her. And she wrote the beautiful hymn, Just As I Am, without one plea. And if you look at that hymn, and I invite you to hit the pause button, either Google it or take out your hymnals and look at that hymn, because the first 5 or 6 verses deal with not being good enough to come to God, the last verse talks about how God accepts us. And it's an awesome, awesome hymn.
And what's that called again?
Just As I Am, Without One Plea, written by Charlotte Elliott. And read the words. And so, as I said, the prayer today is going to be your prayer. And I encourage you and invite you to grab a hymnal, go online, Google it, whatever you do. Find the hymn, Just As I Am, Without One Plea, and read the words slowly and let them sink into your mind and into your heart. And then sing along with Charlotte and say, I'm good enough because God accepts me just as I am. So not a prayer, but a thought today. So, yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
The Women's Bible Study meets on Monday at 6:30 p.m. On Wednesday, the noon Bible study will resume its examination into Revelation. The confirmation class continues at 6 p.m. And the men's Bible study will be back to discuss the adventures of David at 6:30. And please join us in the fellowship hall for the new member luncheon that will be following service. We're requesting that if your last name starts with A through M, that you bring a dessert, and N through Z, please bring a side dish.
Well, Phil, before we get any more bloopers for Billy's gag reel, you know what? We're out of here.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in worship. If you have any questions about Redeemer or have some suggestions, please contact the church office at churchoffice@redeemerwarsaw.org. Or you may contact any of us with the addresses listed on the screen. Visit us online at redeemerwarsaw.org or on Facebook at Redeemer Warsaw. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification button so that you're notified when we load any new content. Until then, may the Lord be with your spirit and grace be with you.
And knows God. All right.
That one's a little off.
All right, I'm running out of tape.
All right. So,
I'm running out.
as you can see, Heather is
what?
out of the office once again.
Wait,
What do
no,
you have
cut,
for
cut.
us this week? Heather's out of the office once again. What do you have for us this week, Heather?
Do it again.
Indoor play equipment and the staff set equipment. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All winter.
Yeah. Well, that's right, Phil. This is a chance.
Wait a minute. Let's back up to that.
Cool. So, all right. And if you remember correctly, we'll be going on vacation here. Not we.
You going with me?
Oh boy, I wish. And if we were, oh boy, Phil. Marker. Hey.
I always get stuck.
Well, that's kicking the can. Or,
Oh, that's, here's a closing story for you.
Okay.
Billy was upstairs earlier today, and he was talking about, I don't know all the technical details and jargon.
Okay.
But he was saying that all his things were getting crowded, and there was no more space to save anything.
Okay.
And I said, well, what's all on there? What's being saved? You know what he said? All your bloopers. From 411.
when are those bloopers?
Okay, that wasn't exactly what I said.
what he said,
Okay,
but
Billy, we want to know though, when are the bloopers coming?
it's Italian night?
The Italian night, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Italian night. So I'm looking forward to Italian night, and maybe we can auction them off.
The bloopers?
Yeah, I don't know.
$1 for every blooper played?
Oh my goodness.
There'd be about
Anyway.
$100.
Now, remember, these are bloopers that have not been on 411.
Oh, so there's more bloopers we haven't seen yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to
Oh.
be tons.
Now if that doesn't bring you to Italian night in late April, nothing else will.